marriage. Like marriage, you could make an argument, and this is why lawyers don't get invited to parties very often. Like you could make an argument that marriage is negligent. Like negligence is defined as any activity where you fail to perceive a substantial and unjustifiable risk of serious harm. Okay, that's the like dictionary definition of negligence. Recklessness is a conscious disregard for a substantial, unjustifiable risk of harm. So I could make a pretty easy legal argument with the divorce rate about 53%, that it is definitely negligent, possibly reckless to get married. And keep in mind, that's 53% end in divorce. How many people stay together miserable for the kids, for religious reasons? They don't want to give away half their shit, whatever it might be. Other 10%, I'm being nice, maybe 20. Yeah. Now you got a technology fails like 73% of it. Like that's insane. Like that's insane. If I said there's a 73% chance we walk out of here today, you're going to hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would stay in, or you'd wear a helmet at a minimum, right? Like you would never just, willy-nilly go for it. But yet we're actually not only super into marriage still as a culture, there's a presumption you should do it. Yeah. Like if someone, one of your friends came to you and said, I'm getting married, and you said, really, why? Like that would be the most indelicate, unpleasant question, right? But realistically, it's a fairly like, we're really happy, we want to get the government involved. Like that's a very odd thing for a person to say, but you're not allowed to even question it because sort of the wedding industrial complex and, there's just this theory, like it's just a tradition now. And I've said before that, to some degree, tradition is the wisdom of the people who were here before us. And to some degree, tradition is peer pressure exerted by dead people. And I think that, when you say like, well, why are you getting married? Well, because you're supposed to. Well, why? Well, my parents were married. My grandparents were married. Okay, but like your grandmother didn't have the sum total of all human wisdom in a digital device in her hand. Like the world she lived in was very different. So why would a technology that worked for her necessarily make sense for you? So, marriage is just shockingly challenging at a minimum. I still think it's a good idea because the other statistic I find equally, if not more interesting, is that 86% of people remarry within 5 years of their divorce.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And I've watched so many people do it and do it quite successfully. Sometimes because I think that they bring, I think second marriage energy is a different thing. I think it's like, okay, I've figured out what I don't want. I've seen and made some mistakes. And now I know what not to do, hopefully. And failure is a phenomenal teacher in that regard. And I think that people who have been through it kind of go, okay, like I'm not quite as afraid anymore because I've had this happen. It's like when you've had a failed business, it's unfortunate. But it's also, there's a freedom of like, okay, I failed and I'm still alive.
Didn't die.
Like I'm still here. I didn't die. So you know what? Let me ante up again. Let's do this. And let me take the lessons and do something with it. So I think marriage is still something that's incredibly important to us as a species. And I think there has to be some greater reason for that,